Coming up on Hoosier Sports Nite, the Big Ten makes a big announcement this week regarding the fate of football season. And the Indiana wrestling team is bringing in a strong recruiting class this winter. Hear from head coach Angel Escobedo on his team's expectations. This is Hoosier Sports Nite. Hello and welcome to our second socially distant episode of Hoosier Sports Nite. I'm Will Trubshaw. Well, we'd be remiss if we didn't start tonight's show with the news that has given all of us at IUS TV Sports, really all of Big Ten country, a little reason to smile. That reason, of course, is, well, news broke early Wednesday morning that the Big Ten Council of Presidents and Chancellors voted unanimously to restart the football season, with their first game slated for the weekend of October 23rd and 24th. Our Jevan McCoskey heard from IU football head coach Tom Allen on how it all went down and just what happens next. Jevan?
After weeks of speculation, we can finally say that the Big Ten football season is back. The Big Ten officially released their statement on September 16th, announcing that games will start the weekend of October 23rd and 24th, culminating on December 19th with a conference championship game. In a Zoom conference call, IU head coach Tom Allen was asked how he broke the news to his team.
Due to social media, they already knew by the time I talked to them. Matter of fact, I got the phone call from our administration to say that we're back online, and it was already on my phone that we were going to. They gave me all the facts, on social media. So it's crazy how these leaks get out there. But so the players already knew, but they cheered, and they were excited, and there's definitely different juice out there today.
Allen stated that he is in favor of the structure to the new season.
The structure I like, obviously we're compressed a little bit. We lost the bye week option because of starting the 24th weekend. But yeah, there's no question that there's a restriction in the number of games you can play. But having 9 games to play, is not a full season, but it's pretty close. It's just going to be a challenge for sure, but we welcome it at this point. So we're just glad to be back.
This announcement comes just 5 weeks after a vote that was taken in order to postpone the season due to concerns of COVID-19. So everybody, including myself, just has one simple question. What's next?
Right now, we're waiting to get word from the Big Ten about how our week is going to look. Right now, we're in the 12-hour mode. We hopefully want to go to the 20-hour model here soon, which is what everybody's under when you're playing your season. And so, but we got to be smart. Our guys haven't been going full bore as far as for practice. We've been doing what we've been allowed to do, but it's not the same as being out there every single day practicing. So we got to be able to ramp that up slowly. But I think by having it the weekend of the 24th of October start date, that gives us the time we need to do that. And then we'll start on Monday, and we'll know more by then what that's going to look like. But it's going to be a combination of lifting, running, and practicing at this point until we get to the week of the 28th.
For IUS TV Sports, I'm Jevan McCoskey.
There's no word on when the revised schedule for the season will come out or what it will look like, but the Big Ten championship date is rumored to be December 19th, just in time for the College Football Playoffs Committee's announcement on which teams will make the playoff. Later on Wednesday, the NCAA announced that the men's and women's basketball seasons will begin the day before Thanksgiving. November 25th was chosen as the start date for each season, which is 2 weeks later than originally intended. By the time the season starts, most schools will have already sent students home for their extended winter period. The closed campuses could act as bubbles for the players, and they might provide a window for non-conference matchups. Teams can start the preseason practices on October 14th and can practice for up to 12 hours a week. IU wrestling head coach Angel Escobedo has brought in his second consecutive top 25 recruiting class. Now in his third year at the helm, with some impressive wins under his belt, he's looking for a breakout year for his whole team. IUS TV's own Brett Smith spoke with the coach to see what's in store for the Wrestling Hoosiers this year.
Coming off an inspiring season, Angel Escobedo and his staff are bringing in another top 25 recruiting class that will improve competition and are hoping it will move the team and individual wrestlers up in the rankings.
I mean, it's we've seen a big change in our recruits. We've seen just the level of success our guys are able to have with higher level recruits coming in. We had Brock Huckins last year. He was a transfer. He was ranked as high as 6th in the country last year. Liam Cronin, he worked his way up in the rankings. I think the highest he was like 13. Graham Rooks, he was up there like 11. So our guys are cracking the rankings. They're getting up higher, and that just comes with having better recruits.
Angel Escobedo and his staff have been focused on bringing in wrestlers with great character, not only on the mat, but off as well.
When I talk to my staff, we identify that character is the number one recruiting thing we're looking for young men to come into our program. For us, it's, we only spend about 2 hours with 2 to 4 hours with each student athlete, a day. Now, what are they doing outside of that is going to be the most important thing for the team.
With the Big Ten being the best wrestling conference in the NCAA, Angel Escobedo feels his recruiting class is ready for the challenge and will want to prove that they are world class.
I want guys that want to be world class. They dream to be world class because they're going to put in that extra work, and they're going to not be afraid to wrestle the highest level guys in the country. They're going to want it.
Angel Escobedo is ready for the season and is excited for fans to see this young team compete with the best wrestlers in the nation.
For fans, we're going to be exciting. We preach scoring points. We preach putting it all on the line. And, we got a lot of young guys and even older guys that are ready to, elevate this program. And the coaching staff, everybody. We want to be a championship program, and we're going to go out there and we're going to take it.
Despite postponement of the Big Ten fall sports, these set of new recruits will hope to compete this upcoming winter. Reporting out of Bloomington, Indiana, I'm Brett Smith.
Thanks, Brett. It should be another exciting season for IU wrestling and their world-class recruits inside the team's world-class facilities at Wilkinson Hall. And from incoming college athletes to the ones who have already made it onto the big stage, let's take a look at some of the Hoosiers and the pros this past week. We'll start out with Jonathan Stever, pitching for IU as recently as 2018, and now the former Hoosier is officially a major leaguer. He threw over 3 innings for the White Sox on Sunday, and the offense came through to move the Southsiders into first place in the AL Central. Meanwhile, the NFL season kicked off last week with a handful of Hoosiers ready to make an impact for their teams. Jordan Howard powered his way into the end zone for the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, more Hoosiers got down and dirty on the offensive line. Wes Martin helped the newly christened Washington football team to a Week 1 victory, while Dan Feeney and the Chargers held off the upstart Bengals. And finally, Roger Saffold kicked off his 11th year in the league with a win for the Tennessee Titans. And that's going to do it for our show this week. Thanks so much again for tuning in. Don't forget to like our page, IUS TV Sports on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter at IUS TV Sports. For everyone in our incredible production room behind me, I'm Will Trubshaw. We'll see you next week. So long, everyone.